All right, welcome everyone. It has been 2 weeks. I do apologize, it was my fault. So, this is episode number 14. Candidly Devoted presents Metacommunication. And if you're thinking why metacommunication just means that we're talking about talking. So I wanted to talk to my bride and see how much of us she sees in the novel, right? Because I can only speak about or to marriages what I personally know, right? I mean, I can make stuff up, but I just don't know how genuine or how realistic it would be, right? So, and I would hope it's genuine enough to the point where other marriages might kind of be like, yeah, I'm kind of like that too, or yeah, he's quirky or she's funny. So that's why I did it. All right, so let's talk about the progress. So again, I didn't film last week. I do apologize. It's my fault. We were supposed to do Candidly Devoted last week, but we didn't. And then, so 2 weeks ago, May 13th to the 17th, I got sick with COVID, right? Mm-hmm. I was sick, so I decided to take that whole week off. I actually took a day off from work, and every day I was waking up I was trying to sleep in as much as I could, and that, as you can tell, I think it's worked. It's helped me out a lot. And then this past week, May 20th to the 24th, I only took one day off. I took Wednesday off. I felt like I still needed a little more rest, and I think honestly that's why I got sick, because waking up at 3 a.m. and going to sleep at 10 or 11 is not conducive to a healthy lifestyle. All right, so. But other than that, I have been writing. I am on chapter 10. This one is rough, because now I think this is where the rubber hits the road. I think now, like, I don't know if now is when bullets fly, but now it's like, oh, now we're in it, and we got 5 chapters to go, and my brain's just freaking out. Like, what? Like, what do I write now? So, so just bear with me. All right, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to read the first scene where you see Jordy and Amalia, right? Amalia is his wife's name, where they interact, right? So we're gonna read. Well, yeah, we're gonna read it. I'm gonna read, the narrator as well as Jordy, and my lovely bride Heidi's Mrs. Inkslinger. She's gonna read the parts of Amalia. All right. So here we go. Alas, he was home. Few places are as beautiful on a warm summer's day as Roscoe Village. He grabbed his gear, practically skipped to the front door. Can you imagine a battle-hardened grown man skipping? And couldn't remember for the life of him which pocket housed the keys. Oh boy, he thought, as this was always a source of contention between his bride and him. Usually he being the aggressor and asking her, "Why don't you know where your keys are?" Or, "You seriously left the house without your keys?" These are very serious matters. Ask any husband, he'll tell you. As he kept frantically searching from one pocket to the next, he heard the doorknob being unlocked. The door swings open, and there before him is the prettiest smile he has ever seen.
"Where are your keys, Captain?"
demanded Amalia. "I don't know, ma'am. Permission to enter the premises?"
"Not a good idea. My husband's not home, you see, and he's very jealous, man."
"Just looking at you, I can see why." Amalia lunged at her husband, kissed him on his neck and everywhere on his face. They laughed and embraced. He quickly made his way inside his home and was too happy to throw his gear on the floor, almost saying, "I'm done with you." "How's Broomhilda?"
"You know that's not our daughter's name."
"It's my nickname for her." "Also, how's my mom?"
"She's great. She already left to the airport."
"Did she behave?"
"Her son is an issue. Or is the issue."
"And where's Princess Broomhilda?"
"She's upstairs sleeping. Go shower and put on some clothes that doesn't scream active war participant."
"Yes, ma'am." All right, so as you can see, I just thought, okay, there's a few things there that are actually things that we've talked about, right? The whole key thing was a source of contention for me against my beautiful bride for many, many years. Still, no, I don't think so.
No, we've learned.
I think the husband has softened in that area.
And I remember my kids more times than
it took a broken knee on me, but I think I'm much better there. But yeah, that's part of us. I don't know if the people who know us would know that about us.
About the keys?
Yeah. I wonder if the people who know us and read that probably think, oh, that's funny that he makes that up, or he would interject. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was really that's something. I guess there's things that only a husband and a wife know about each other, and I think that's one of ours. So now the world knows that. The next thing I wanted to talk about is Jordy insists on nicknaming his daughter Broomhilda, which again is actually from the author, not the character himself, and that's a name that you dislike, correct?
Yes, because he always talked about naming or calling if we had any children from Hilda, and I'm like, nope, it's not gonna happen. It's not good. I didn't like it, but he still used it in the book, so
it makes sense. Her name is Heidi. If she had a daughter, her name would be Broomhilda or Broomheidi.
No.
No, okay.
I don't even know where that name comes from. I mean, I know it's German.
It's German, yeah.
It's
from a fable. I don't know if they've ever. Maybe they used it before in the past, but I believe that it came from the fable, and that's probably why people use it.
Okay.
I mean, I'd have to do more research. All right. Anyways, and then so there's another scene. We won't read it. We can if you guys want us to. We'll read it next time. But where we talk about Jordy's like in films, which is something that. I mean, I think my likes have changed. I think she can tell you. I'm more of a. I've always been cheesy, but now I'm like Hallmark cheesy.
Yes.
I'm Hallmarky almost year round. Almost year around this. I don't know what it is about the summer months that I'm not into it. But once the festivities and the holidays kick in, I get into that Hallmark mood again, and then I'll be on that wave for like, I don't know, 6 to 7 months. Mm-hmm. But again, once summer starts, I don't know why it just seems like natural not to watch it anymore. I don't know why.
I don't know.
So one of the movies that I do talk about in the book is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Do you like that film? Have you seen it? What are your thoughts?
I don't think I ever seen it. I mean, I like the 80s movies, most of them, but that one I never really... Is it an 80s?
No,
90s.
It's 2012, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
So, no.
But you can I think you can tell that whoever wrote it or directed it is from an 80s baby, because it's got that feel. But yeah, I only remember trying to watch it with her once, and I think we watched halfway through it and she's like, I'm good, and like, I don't know if she got up and left or I just had to change it to something else. Another movie that I absolutely love is Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that one we've watched a few times. I don't mind it. It's okay. It has like nice references to the 80s again. And
another movie from the 2000s.
Yeah. So, I think that's why I thought Scott Pilgrim was 80s, because it has that references.
It's got that kind of feel to
Definitely,
it. Yeah. I think the only way you know that it's not from that era is if you look. The graphics are really cool. It's only been 10 years, but they still. If you watch the movie in HD, it looks good. All right, so let's talk about the movies that I know that she does like to watch, that I like to watch too. Pitch Perfect?
Yes.
What about Pitch Perfect do you like?
Oh, the soundtrack, I guess just the vocals. It's a fun movie. We watched it so many times I can't even count.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it just makes you feel good.
Yeah. I really, as a writer, I really like the witty remarks.
Yeah.
Like the snarky comebacks. To me, that dialogue is probably one of the best of many movies that we've seen. It's really well written.
Makes me want to watch it again.
Yeah, we can. And it's sad because, I did watch the other Pitch Perfects, and I don't know if they don't have the same writers or the same inspiration, but I just feel like the dialogue isn't at that level. It's probably, and I don't know if this sounds mean, I'm really being honest, I think it's maybe at 50% of what it was. You know what I mean?
They just try to use kind of like the same things from before, but they didn't feel natural.
Organic,
they felt like they were just using something that made people laugh before. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then another movie that we both really like that actually, I guess I'll mention this, but this was actually the first movie were we dating at that time? No, right? I think we were just getting to know each other.
Yeah.
So this is the first. We didn't even go to see this as a couple. This was just the first movie we went to go see together in the theaters. Was Silver Linings Playbook. So that was in 2013, right? Because that's when we met.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went to go see that movie. What are your likes about that movie?
Well, it's with Brad Cooper and Bradley Cooper and what's her name?
And Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. They're crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We just like, again, I guess we like the reference about football. We like, even though it's the Eagles.
Yeah. That's cool.
Just, they're both crazy.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out a couple being crazy. And
I kind of appreciated it. Well, I think I appreciate it more now than before because back in 2013, I didn't know your cousin, Ed. Oh. But now that I know him and now that I know he's such a hardcore Eagles fan, I kind of get the hardcoreness of the love for their teams in Philly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that makes me enjoy that movie even more, if that makes any sense.
That's a good date movie.
It is an absolute great date movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the dancing scene.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
And that's where our wedding song came from. Too.
Misty by Johnny Mathis. Yeah. Yes. That's a beautiful song. Chris Tucker's in this movie. I love Chris Tucker.
Back it
up. Yeah. Even before he did Rush Hour, I remember Chris Tucker. And yes, Friday, of course. But the movie that I remember him the most of, and I think it's another movie that I like that I don't think you're crazy about, is The Fifth Element. Because I think he's absolutely, he goes bonkers in that movie. I'm like, you're crazy, like dude.
Outer space.
5,000 years and all that craziness. Yeah. And then there's, you know what, I actually made a list, but I didn't add this movie. And I just thought about it now, and I think I should add it just because after I watched this movie, I think it's the only movie that makes me want to watch another movie where I have to watch it, it's called Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah.
After I watch that movie, I have to watch Mary Poppins because I'm like, you get to see the groundwork, which is a phenomenal story. You get to see the groundwork of everything it took to make that film happen. And then you're like, now I got to watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta, I enjoy that one too. It's sad, but, it's like behind the scenes of how Mary Poppins was. And I think when we first met, this is one thing I learned about you. Like when you really, really like movies, like he would watch them over and over and over. But I didn't mind Mary Poppins, which is funny because one of my favorite movies is The Sound of Music, but he doesn't like that one. And that's the same character from Mary Poppins. So.
Oh, you mean the same actress? Yeah.
Yeah.
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just have bad memories of that movie when I was a kid, during what was it, the Saturday matinee, because when I was a kid, when I'm like 8, 9, 10, 12, I just couldn't get into it. I just thought it was depressing. I'm like, this is weird. Yeah.
That's actually how I learned English. Like. When I had just moved in '87, my aunt had it on a video tape, and I would literally watch it every night, that movie, and I would try to learn all the songs. I just had my first summer in the United States, and that's why I think it's so dear. And now I know what they're saying, and I know how to sing it. But the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and the rain. So I don't know. It's one of my another. Favorites is My Fair Lady. I don't know why I'm bringing up my favorite movies, but
My Fair Lady.
Yeah, you do. The lady. It's Julie Andrews, I think.
Another Julie Andrews movie?
I think so.
I don't know.
We'll check on that one.
We'll come back to you.
But yeah, I guess it's kind of musical too. So.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's good. And I'm glad you said. So I think the reason I like Saving Mr. Banks. I mean, first of all, Tom Hanks. You have one of the best actors. You have a really well written film. I think I like it too because it's a film about the writer herself.
Mm-hmm.
Now that when I first started watching it, I don't think I considered myself I don't even think writing was a thing in my mind at that time. But I think now I appreciate it at a different level. So I think that's why I like that film even more now than I did before. And I like the fact that you said that it is sad, but I think that's awesome because that means that there's beauty in sadness, right? I think people think, oh, something's sad, I don't want to watch it, but sometimes there's a powerful message to watch from that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what your feelings are on like sad films that are powerful.
Oh yeah, a lot of the films that we like are from real, like based on real stories, and those are probably one of my favorite ones. Whether I find them on the what's not Netflix, but the other
Pureflix.
Pureflix has a lot of good films, and the ones that have to do with war heroes or
Unsung Hero.
Oh,
That was the last one we went to go see in the theaters, by
Yes.
the way. Really good. That movie, for the most part, I don't know if it's sad. Like, I don't know if sad's the word, but like you just see their struggles, and
yeah.
like you're like, dude, that's hard, But now you look at everything they've reaped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's her name? St. Andrews. What's her first name? Rebecca St. Andrews.
James.
Rebecca
James.
St. James. You have For King and Country. You're like, wow, just one of them. If you just had For King and Country, but you have, I didn't know they were related. I didn't know that was a thing. And then you find out that the dad, like, this is a whole family thing, and you're like, that's amazing. And I think everybody wants that, but nobody wants to go through the struggles that they went through. And unfortunately, you can't get to it without that struggle. You know what I mean?
No, and without their faith. I think that was what kept them, kept them through it when they lost everything, when they were sleeping on the floor. So, yeah, we really like that one. We don't usually, after COVID, we don't go to the movie theaters as much. So, it's nice when we can, and when we can go and support Christian-based movies, because they're coming out with a lot of good ones, and
They are.
And I think as believers we need to invest a little bit more on those. I mean, one of the series, not so much movies, that I have enjoyed, and I'm waiting for it to come out again on streaming, is The Chosen, because I mean, it just, I don't know, it just makes you see the Bible in a different way. But anyway, I digress.
No, that's good. That's good. Thanks for sharing. And it's, I guess, the last point I'll make, and we'll wrap it up. But yeah, so we were talking about Christian movie, because you mentioned Christian movies and COVID. It's funny because the last movie we went to go see in theaters was the week COVID hit, and that was a Christian movie about a famous Christian singer, and I can't remember the name of the movie. I don't even.
I Can Only Imagine.
No. Where he talks about he married, like.
Oh yes.
Where
he lost his wife.
Yeah, he married her, and I think he married her after he found out that she had cancer.
Mm-hmm.
He married her, and then were they even married for a year, and then she passed away or something like that?
Maybe.
I mean, speaking of sad and beauty, I mean, that's a hard film. That's sad, but there's love, there's redemption, there's beauty, like it, and it's a really well made film too. I'm glad that we went to go see that movie in theaters, and we got to see it before all this craziness hit us 4 years ago. Yeah, it's good. And
good.
did you get us the tickets? I don't remember how we got
free tickets.
Yeah, we got free tickets, and I'm like, let's go. I didn't even know the shutdown was going to be as long. I think if I would have known, I would have been like, we're going. But I just thought, well, let's go enjoy, and we'll see what happens.
We didn't even know that shutdown was coming.
No, because that was the same week. I think we knew. I just didn't know. I don't think we knew the severity or how serious or how long it was going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, cool. But we're here now. It's been 4 years later. So I found a perfect quote, especially coming from me. It goes like this: I love being married. It's so great to find that one special person you want to annoy for the rest of your life. Thank you, Rita Rudner, and thank you, Mrs. Annoyed, for being here and rolling your eyes and sticking behind me.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. With you, this is the second episode of Candidly Devoted. We love you guys. Be blessed, and remember, Christ is the center of everything. Good night, everyone.